Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself in this weird, wide, wacky world of ours. Welcome to a little pre session of Mage Orlando, or Orlando Awakened, if you will. Today, our little group of potential mages is doing a little bit of a learning curve. They have been set up in a personalized pocket dimension where magic is coincidental. And a lot of the worries and frets that mages often have to deal with are irrelevant. And our camera will pan to the three new potential mages for Orlando, learning about magic, learning to see how they can control it, how they can use it without dying, and to see how long they can stomach one another. And our session begins with them talking with one another and beginning their first major steps into the world of magic. You may begin, Steve.
So, Professor, how are we doing this exactly? Professor? I think Professor got what's the word for it?
I am so
Stroke.
sorry. I had the mute on. I apologize. Starting again.
It's okay, Mr. Professor.
Yeah, Perkins stands up first. I have to say, everyone will be noticed that you'll be sitting on a little chair, and when you stand up, you're in a little. I don't know if Brandon. I don't know how Xavier's little area would look in his mind.
Just bring it.
It looks you are in. It looks like a large cathedral-esque area with it's just a with like 100-foot square of nothing in it. Let's say there's rocks and windows up along the side. There are seating platform places along the side. Other than that, it is empty, but us. Samuel walks forward. Goes, it's a little shaky, isn't it? Is everybody? Are your fingers tingling?
This is the weirdest thing I've ever been in, Mister. Uh,
Miss
uh,
Miss Celia? Is that how we pronounce it?
Clea, jeez.
Leah?
Clea.
Clea. Welcome. Are you? Is everything working okay, dear?
Seems so.
so, if we die in this mind thing, do we also die in real life, sir? Like in the Matrix?
Okay, yeah. Your this is your spiritual form, and your spiritual form is, of course, connected strongly to your mental form. Let's not do that. That's not what this area is for. You're able to work uh, effects that are vulgar, however, without reality's backlash. And my young friend, we're here to see what you can do. Your awakening was powerful.
Yes.
He kind of nods and looks a little sad. You might have had a traumatic awakening, and we'll discuss that later. Would anyone like to go first? Clea? What's your guy's name? Matthew?
Jesse.
You're Jesse? Clea?
What do you want me to do?
Well, we have a safe place.
Yeah. What can we do?
Exactly. That's what Xavier wants me to find out.
Oh. Okay then, sir. So how do we do this? Because I've never done anything like this, sir.
He walks over, puts his hand out toward one of the tables, or one of the more extravagant chairs along the walls. And you notice he rolls a ring around on his finger with that green stone. The chair suddenly slides over underneath his feet, and he sits down nice and calmly, rolls up his sleeves a little bit, like that, for example.
How did you do that, sir?
Well, that was the invocation of Clethea. No relation to Clea, actually. That's a orochromatic transmuter from I forgot when. Xavier taught it to me.
You see, Jess pull out a notepad out of his back pocket and a fountain pen and starts writing down whatever the fuck you're saying.
I looked down the notepad. We have plenty of that stuff to go through too. Yeah.
Wait, would this? He throws away the notepad. It won't come to the real world, would it?
No.
Uh,
No. In fact, that's not really notepad. That's your idea of a notepad. But that's beside the point. You all
so much
picked up.
for taking notes. Sure.
First things first, I would like to see how your sensory perceptions. Or Clea, perhaps you have been trained by the Aetherite Society, or at least to a degree. You said, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps it'd be easier if you go first. Young Jess here just has an idea of what's possible.
All I know is I can feel everything, sir.
Well, that's
Well, I feel everything on my right side, on my left side.
Yeah, let's do a simple test. Walks over to a box, opens it up, comes over. Jess, close your eyes, please. No peeking, for real.
He does so.
Clea sees he pulls out a little table sits down in front on his lap, and pulls out a rock, and then a small piece of wood. The wood is kind of roughed up to where if you touch it, it just feels like something rough. It's like, take out your right hand, please. I'm not going to do something gross with it, I promise.
Okay, why? Okay.
He reaches out, grabs his right hand, and puts it on the rock. Do you feel this?
Yes,
Nope.
sir.
You got it close. Tell me what you think it is.
What do I think? What do I think is it, Steve?
Well, that's the thing. What spheres do you have? Do you have
I
that?
have, yes, matter one. I have lots of ones.
Do you have any science or academics? Enough to know.
I have 3 academics, and
You might know that that's a piece of, oh god, mica, or like some kind of, you're not sure what the name of it is.
the greenstone thing, malachite or something.
That's it. You
Is
can see
it?
it. You can see it in your mind, no problem.
Yeah, I start fondling the stone. Is this malachite, sir? Malachite.
So open your eyes. Very good. Now let me try one more thing. That's it. That's very good. Don't ask yourself too many questions yet. Close your eyes.
Yes, sir.
Walks over, and this time I take a tiny little fish bowl and reach in and pull out a tiny little goldfish. He goes, this is going to feel easy, but I want you to really keep your eyes and try to sense what you're touching. He walks over the little goldfish and takes the same thing. Hold out your hand. Grabs one of your hand carefully and takes one little finger and touches it on the goldfish scale real fast. Then takes your hand off.
It's really slimy.
It was really slimy. What do you think it is?
A fish.
What do you sense that, or do you did I?
I have life one.
Gotcha. I'm about to say excellent.
Is it a goldfish, maybe?
Aha! Clea, can you do the same things?
Maybe. What exactly are we doing?
Let's find out. I take the same. I reach over into the box and ask you, close your eyes, please.
Okay.
I said a piece of petrified wood on the little plate. Hold out your Does your magic and such work through your artificial arm as well?
Maybe.
Hold it
Does
out, please.
it?
Let's find out. Hold it out, please.
Okay.
And put her hand on the piece of petrified wood. Do you have matter?
Mm-hmm. I have one dot.
In game, you would roll your arete score. The difficulty is only 4 for real because it's a first level effect, and you can sense that this is in fact petrified wood.
Okay, let me roll it then.
Should I have
That's
been rolling it as well?
uh,
I would take the average if Bullet's okay with that.
what difficulty was it?
The difficulty is 4. That's why I was suggesting taking the average. You would probably easily get 1 success, which is all you need.
Yeah, I got 2.
It is absolutely petrified wood.
Okay.
And keep your eyes closed. And in a few minutes, he walks over to Mr. Box and comes out with Mr. Kitten. Meow. He goes, well, damn it. That's not. Keep your eyes closed, though, still, for real. Pet the kitty. Or
Yeah.
dog that happened to meow. I say jokingly.
What's the point of... Yes, that is one fine lizard that can meow, sir.
Well, it's step by step, young one. Once we know what the little things you can do, gives us an idea what the bigger things you can do. Does Clea have life 1?
No.
And you're like, well, it
I
feels like
have
a kitty, but
mind, prime, and entropy.
yeah. And he sits down and he goes, well, that answers some questions. It's like you have a proficiency, and you both have a proficiency in matter. I can start doing effects and rotes that pertain to such.
What I...
But Miss Clea does
Jesse,
not have a proficiency for life.
Jesse puts his hand up. Like, what's a rote, sir? Is that like a spell?
Yes, and he explained. I know what. I rattle off a couple with long Latin names, like the Shield of Damocles, the Sword of Damocles.
Huh. I learned
Learning and
Latin
practicing
in...
these rotes are fundamental to being a good mage.
Good as in efficient, or
Correct.
good as in okay.
And I just kind of look at you after that kind of answer. That's an odd question.
Don't worry about it.
No.
So what's next, sir?
Well, can you sense the realm, so to speak? Can you
The
tell?
what?
Close your eyes again. Can you tell you're
Okay.
not on Earth?
What do I need for that, Steve?
Let's see if anyone has a dot of spirit magic.
I do not.
Nope. But I have cosmology.
That helps. That's nice. About to say something. Someone's described how some of the planes work, so to speak. The planes. It's like, okay. Test number 2. Both of you close your eyes.
It's still closed, sir.
That was nice. I walk over and use Prime 2 and charge one of the chairs up with a dot of quintessence, making it an aggravated damage awesome chair.
Okay.
Can you all sense any energy? I don't know if your friends would have called it, this is to Clea, I don't know if they would have called it the fifth element, the quintessence, mana, gnosis.
What do I roll for it?
This is a Prime 1 effect.
I
Do we
have prime
have to
2.
roll for it?
You pinpoint it instantly.
I have prime 1.
I have prime 2.
You feel it over there. Prime 2, you pinpoint it instantly.
I can
Yeah.
feel a thing go
Cool.
in that direction, sir.
Kalia, you believe that you can feel it so strongly. If you were to touch it, you believe you can do things like draw it off of the chair.
Can I do that?
Yes, you could.
How do I do that?
With a prime 2 effect. Now, that's the question. How do you do that in your head? How does that make sense for your, how would, you know what I mean, your paradigm? How you think magic works?
Science. Wait, let me see. Paradigm. One sec. Tech holds all the answers. So I would probably get out a electronic little vacuum and vacuum it out of the chair. Don't laugh at me.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
So yeah, I will pull out a gadget vacuum and vacuum it out of the chair.
What is that? And for real, I think this is where it gets important for you. Think of a handful of these rotes, which is like this will be a common rote. This is transfer essence into yourself. For every kind of rote that you might want to think of, you're going to need to carry a piece of tech or some kind of scientific means to activate it.
Yeah.
Well, little Jess here, I'm going to teach him how to speak Latin and make hand gestures to use his telekinesis.
Well, thing is, I have pieces of tech on me anyway.
Handy. Jess, about to say, you can feel the prime moving when she touches her little vacuum device to the chair.
Mm-hmm.
But you can kind of sense it flowing into her. But you're probably aware that you don't think that you can alter that yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that awareness is telling you what you can and cannot do. Ah. We're going to do spirit magic some other time, and under someone else's supervision. I'm merely an adeptus myself.
Out of character, is there anything else other than your name that you want on your thing?
I don't know, Professor Perkins of the Order of Hermes, initiate.
Okay.
Or something, that's fine. Spiral lines in the background, like crime or magic flying around is cool. Throw a lightning bolt in the background, it's all good. He does have a lot of forces.
So,
I've been asked to show a little bit of combat magic and combat and defensive magics. Does anyone have any effects that they've already learned?
no, sir. I don't think so, at least.
Let's find out something. And he goes over to the box again and pulls out a candle. He lights it with a match because I'm not burning a point of quintessence to start a fire. That's ridiculous. And there's your little candle. He's like, he's like, close your eyes again. He just waves at your eyes again with his finger.
Uh-huh.
Can you feel it?
I can feel it, sir.
Ah. Can you move it? Concentrate. Feel the center of the flame. It's expanding out. It's a gas. It's a liquid.
Out of character, what do I need for that?
Forces 2.
Okay, I have forces too, so I'm just gonna concentrate really hard, like this. He's
like, breathe in slowly.
It looks like he's like what they call it, squeezing his fingers into his palm, like trying to concentrate really hard.
Real tight.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Everyone does it different.
And he's like sort of clenching his eyes, I guess. I don't know.
You don't clench your eyes, you clench your sphincter.
Uh-huh.
Everything's tight. Sphincter hands and eyes.
Yeah.
Bullet, roll me a retail roll.
What's the difficulty?
1, 2, 3, 5.
5?
It seems like you're spending a willpower. Did you accidentally spend a willpower?
No.
Okay. Because you're trying really, really hard.
Hey, to be fair, I've maxed my willpower at 8, so I have a lot of willpower.
Well, like I say, this scene will end and you'll start regenerated for fun. Would you like to spend a willpower?
Sure.
Okay, spend a willpower. That's a free automatic success on this roll.
Mm-hmm.
The
Should I
die?
roll for it as well?
Yes, go ahead and roll.
Give me a second, closing my window. Okay. So 10 is the difficulty, right? 5, I mean.
Difficulty 5.
I got 1, so 2 successes.
Oh, I was hoping it was going to be more. You turned that candle into a decent sized poof right there.
Oh, shit.
Whoosh. Yeah. And this is your turn. But it could have.
Bullet,
Mm-hmm.
I have problem with the image that you picked.
Why, it's too small?
I can't open it even in
What?
Photoshop. I don't know why.
What?
And I can't locate it on Google. Where did you find that even?
Well, I have no clue where I found it. I just, let me try uploading it, maybe, into something. Anyway, go on, Steve.
Let's say there's a good sized poof.
Can I just find another dorky Asian dude?
I'm too lazy, so.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Sure.
The candle turns from a tiny candle to about a 2-foot diameter, 2-foot tall column of flame that melts the candle and everything on the thing down in a matter of seconds.
You see him, like, have gape, his mouth agape with a smile, like, wow, holy shit, I can do that.
The wooden
Type
little,
of thing.
the little wooden table the candle was sitting on is now on fire.
Sir, should we? He points at the table.
Yeah, he smiles. He looks over at Clea. Same
Mhm.
thing, same test. Can you do anything with the fire?
No, I don't think so. That's forces. Hello.
Yeah, forces 2 will let you alter.
I don't have forces.
Oh,
I told you I have mind, matter, entropy, and prime.
that's okay. We figured out what some of your stuff is. And he's like, that, ladies and gentlemen, is our starting introduction on the pattern spheres: forces, life, and matter, with a dash of prime. Young Jess has a proficiency for forces and with a bit of matter and life. And prime, which is very interesting. Quite spread about.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean anything, but with your powerful awakening and your arrangement of your variability on your magic, I am impressed so far. Miss Clea, we discovered you had matter and
Prime.
but I'm not sure what else of your abilities. If they are of the dynamic or more primordial arts, those will have to wait to our second lesson. Lord Xavier is much more proficient in those arts than myself. Then I smile. I couldn't. I have no idea how to even tell if someone has correspondence or time unless they like teleport across the room.
We can do that.
He smiles. I don't. You might be able to. He's like, I certainly can't.
Well, I want to learn that.
I want to learn it
as
too,
well.
sir.
I would like to as well.
Is it? Do you know the X-Men?
He smiles. I did see one of the movies earlier on. Yes.
Uh, is it like Nightcrawler, sir, where you can just poof out of existence and go somewhere else with a puff of
What,
smoke?
I have seen teleportation in directly, and no, I do not recall any odd sound effects or brimstone smell. So no.
Oh, okay then.
I don't believe it's quite similar.
So, what's next then, sir?
The dynamic in primordial spheres. This would be time, correspondence, spirit, entropy, and mind.
Entropy. That. What does that mean? It doesn't seem that self-explanatory, sir. What does entropy do? Does it make you, just play on the ground or entropic?
Depending on your magic installations, it could be vast many things. Everything from a heart Kabbalistic meditations on math to read the future to I've seen a young Euthanatos praying to Kali and dodging hails of bullets.
So it's like counting cards at a poker table, is what I got from that, sir.
To a degree, though, I believe that effect could also be done with possibly matter, with matter magics and such. But yes, keep in mind, us talking about matter magics and such like that is very pertaining very much to our order. The order has tried to categorize magic to a degree to better understand it.
I have a question, sir. Why are we doing all of this inside our minds and not in our own
Because,
plane?
well, for example, you
So
urging
you
on the
won't get
fire,
exploded.
yeah, you urging on the fire would have caused a reality deviation.
What?
Oh,
But I wouldn't know anything about it.
well, remember when you come back from your dramatic awakening and your hands were about 108 degrees and stayed that way, and you had a fever of 123 for 2 or 3 days?
To be honest, sir, I don't really remember about that.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I kind of nod and nod sadly. Exactly. That's what happens when you release these kind of magics in plain view. I'm afraid.
So we can't just magneto us ourselves and float metal. We will hurt ourselves if we do that.
Well, with that, he's like, let's do stage 2 of training anyway. He walks over to the door. He's like, please brace yourselves, and cracks the door, which ends the effect that Xavier has set up. So your all's minds kind of crash back down into your normal bodies as you're sitting in little chairs in the chantry, in the study. It's very nice. You're quite comfortable, but it is probably a sudden snap. If you have mind magic, it's probably a little easier on you.
And how would we know if we have? Oh, right, we have to wait for Professor Xavier to test us.
That's it. You open your eyes, kind of like imagine yourself that's been hypnotized, and someone just snapped your fingers. You just kind of come out of it. Christina has a dot of mind.
Mm-hmm. 2 dots.
How many?
2 dots.
Ooh, 1 dot is enough to help you kind of basically defend your mind. So when you leave the place, you snap right into it. You kind of open your eyes, and you kind of feel fine. Bullet, you do not have a dot of mind, correct?
I have a dot of mine, just a dot.
Well, same thing. When you come out, you feel a little fuzzy for a split second, but then you're okay. Once again, Samuel only has 1 dot of mind, so he can't really project thoughts or anything cool to see if you all have mind. So it's hard to test. So he's not doing that. He's like, now, drinks are on me. I know this great little Mexican place.
Sorry, sir.
I know this great little Mexican place. You all wanted to talk. You wanted to talk about paradox?
Are we even allowed to? What if someone hears us talking about such thing? Would that be bad?
He blinks a couple times. Well, we're not going to start screaming or anything. Just come on. You know how to act like a normal human being. It's good to get out.
Yeah, a normal human being.
Plus, I got a 20% off coupon for being
Yeah,
a
let
professor
me
on campus. This
put
place is
some
right there.
jackets on and whatnot.
This is Christina.
Okay.
He takes you all out to a brand new opening Chipotle's. Yay! He doesn't make a. Yeah, he's a professor. He's not loaded.
I'm loaded.
Yep, he got money.
Well,
I
yeah, I got money too.
am
Oh,
super loaded.
then you don't move the node. So this little house that we have has a decent sized node in it. So what we're gonna do is probably just keep upgrading the goddamn house.
Well, I have
I'll,
my own node.
can't we pull it together so we have an ultra node?
Have a what?
Since she said she also has node and the two of us are pulling our nodes together, why don't the three of us pull all our nodes together? To make it
Because
about
my node is different than your node.
No, the nodes are a node is a node. The sanctum is the little kind of the special room that you do your magic safely.
Well, yeah, my node is in my sanctum.
And then yours is separate.
In
Yours
my isolation chamber 2.0.
we need to work on that because there wouldn't be two nodes sitting that close to each other. They would bleed together.
Well,
Pretty
who
sure.
said that it's close?
Well, if you're in our garage,
My garage is where I'm sleeping. That's not my sanctum. My sanctum is my isolation chamber 2.0.
okay. I thought you said you were living in our garage.
Yeah, I'm living there, but that's not my
Okay.
sanctum.
Where's your sanctum then?
Somewhere underground.
Oh, okay. You found a little 1 point node and a 1 point sanctum you've got hooked up there. That is completely cool. I do advise you to put your 1 sanctum inside your house where you're living in my garage, though. That way you can do magic in the garage safely.
Well, yeah, but I can't have my node there because your node is there.
Yeah, my node's right next door. And for real, we'll let you come play with our node, and you can use your node as a backup thing. Or I even advise you losing your node and buying us a point of library that we can use.
should I
But I need my node. I need it. They told me I need it because of something. I don't remember what.
Sanctum is the thing that you really, really want. That's your specific room for using magic in that makes it very safe for your magic to work. Having more dots in Sanctum makes it easier. As long
I
as someone has access.
I bought no sanctum because I have no clue what a sanctum is in character.
And that's kind of okay. You actually might be able to cheat and use mine. It depends.
I have
Maybe not yet, but you will.
Yeah, out of character I know what it is, but in character he doesn't, so because he's a noob.
Well, in character, I have a sanctum that's the second sanctum because the first one exploded.
And that's very cool. A little sanctum here. And in fact, yeah, you walk through. He will show you his room. He's got like the change is good enough, he's got his room. Here's his bedroom, and beside his bedroom, he's got his big square room with just candles on the wall, runes on the wall. There's like just the carpet looks like it's black onyx with gold and silver actual poured inlays. This cost a pretty now on the floor. There's a small little rack of other components, vases, boxes of wands, rods. There's 2 or 3 staves in the corner. That's his sanctum room.
So what are we looking at here, sir? Professor?
Nothing. But you just notice that as you'll go by. That's kind of I'm giving you a descriptor. That's how his Hermes sanctum looks. Christina's sanctum will look much different. We're probably involved many more screwdrivers and welding tools with a couple.
No, that's the garage. That's where I do my tinkering. My
Bingo.
sanctum is an isolation chamber.
Oh,
There's
well,
almost
okay.
nothing in there.
No, there's not.
So
He takes you out to Chipotle's.
while are we gonna drive there or are we just gonna walk?
Fuck, I'm not walking.
I can drive us there.
It's hot as hell out tonight. You drive.
Okay. You see to the parking lot, you see his car is a Beetle that's been a Volkswagen Beetle that's been upgraded to all hell with a new engine and like an AC and basically the body is the only thing that's still the original, which is a Volkswagen Beetle, and everything on the inside has been replaced.
This is just odd, son. But okay,
What? It
nothing.
looks cool.
It's just a little odd, son.
Anyway, he while we're driving, he'll ask, so sir, about the secrecy, can we tell our family?
He sighs. There's no hardcore rules on what you can and can't do, except for anyone you tell is put in danger. The technocracy does watch out for us. It's not a good thing. We are on the losing side of that war, guys.
Would even if it's just one person, it would still be bad.
Anyone that knows is you put in danger. It's as simple as that. If you see technocrats, you run.
How would you tell which is a technocrat and which one is not?
Sometimes you can't.
So they're like the men in black.
That is almost exactly it.
Well, you can tell the men in black. They're wearing black.
Well, usually they can absolutely take off their clothes and put on a gaudy top and pink bunny slippers and wear sweatpants that say juicy on the back of their ass too.
Is there a man in black for mages? Like a government funded agency or some sort to
They're
keep
mixed in through the
regulated?
government. I just don't know that much about them myself.
Huh.
But there's absolutely groups that have got their hands and sticky little fingers in throughout government and corporations. Makes them very dangerous.
Uh,
Like, would you like our young Clea here to get her hand or her middle arm around you? No.
what?
Middle arm.
I don't think I want her arm anywhere around me, sir. No offense, ma'am.
No, hers. About to say, yeah. How strong are you in that little digit?
Little digit.
He smiles.
Stronger than you.
I don't doubt it.
So, are cyborgs real if that thing's real?
He looks right at Christina's arm. About to say, Clea's arm. Because they have cyborg.
I don't know what you're
battle
thinking. That you think this is, son. That's like
yeah.
that's simply a prosthetic. I don't know what you're talking about.
Aha, like a ultra chrome prosthetic then, ma'am.
It's pretty advanced looking, yeah.
Have you ever read that comic, the one with Captain America and his friend Bucky?
I put my head down a little bit when you talk about comic book characters again. Oh.
Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's not the same.
Aha. Well, here we are. I think this is the right one. Is it the right one, Professor?
Right one for what?
The place where we're eating.
I like Mexican. Hey, a quick talk down on Paradox. As we get our food, I order a bowl, of course, because come on, stuff it all in there.
Steve always has a
Especially
bowl.
when I pick it up. And he's classy with the food. He like tucks in the napkin and everything. Like, for example, our matter people, you gotta go change that fork into this food into something else. As long as no one notices you, reality seems to be okay with it. It seems to be as simple as that. I'll tell you, we can go out and pull out the books and talk about paradox and theories and ideas and spirits that enhance effects and negative entropy rounds and do all kinds of crazy stuff. But it's simple as that, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I throw a fireball, sir? Like in D&D, there's a spell called Fireball.
Would it be a good idea to throw a fireball?
Well, probably not, but I'm curious, is it possible to throw a fireball like
If
in
you
D&D?
if you have the ability of pure creation
What's your
with your
creation?
amount of forces abilities right now, I believe yeah, you could control fire. If you're able to create the fire, is a different step.
Can oh, so w- I can just amplify or decrease it or make it, but not actually make the fire.
And there are also effects that can change the energies into others. But yeah, you need to once you're able to alter effects, that's when you can start really having enjoyment with magic. But you need to be able to start that magic spark, and it's hard to learn. Both
This
both of you
is
have at least a start with it. You can both sense the fifth element, quintessence, as we like to call it.
this this is gonna be funny, but this reminds
Pause,
me of Harry
pause. Out
Potter.
of character, what was Jesse B in the
He's a
order?
Hermes.
Yeah, but what is his title? Like, what
Do
is
you
he?
have any
Probably a
three?
novice.
Do you have any 3 dot
No,
spears?
no. I am like a legit super newbie. I made it so I could learn with the
He would,
character.
he's an apprentice of forces for sure, and then he might have 1 or 2 other smaller titles. I am a disciple of forces with other titles, which is slightly above him. Sorry, the order cares about what level you have.
Yeah, I'm a noob, so like a novice or something.
No, I'll put apprentice.
Yeah.
Of the Order of Hermes.
So
He's like our young friend Clea can. She can transfer the spark. She can create the spark.
Can I create spark?
Rhyme too.
Oh yeah. Okay.
so how long does it take to learn the air code spell, sir?
With that, he kind of shrugs. He goes, the some of the my shielding spells, attacks, some of my sensory effects were quite easy, and they came naturally. My affiliation with Spirit, however, has not gone easy. I've had to drag myself through it and have made many mistakes. He kind of shrugs. It seems personal. No one has. Some people have a better natural proficiency with some arts than others.
Can you teach us how to make shields to defend ourselves from, well, from the thing you were telling us earlier in the car, that group?
He points to you, yes, and he points to her, yes.
Will you teach us how to do that when we're done eating, sir?
In the next lesson, let's say your proficiency with the forces will let you solidify energy, including kinetic, to make energy like shields. There's a few ropes that can teach you.
So I could be like the Invisible Woman from Fantastic Four and make a force field.
Uh, Without the invisible part, yes, but there are actually ropes to bend light and to make thine self unclear is how it's written. I believe it's Arabic. It's a very interesting spell. I suck at it.
Uh, huh. Let me actually check if I know Arabic. I don't remember what languages I put. I just remember Latin and what was.
The order has been collecting spells, about to say, for quite some time.
Oh, I speak Latin and uh, fuck,
Clea's
Cantonese.
proficient with the fifth element will enable her to do very powerful counter effects. But he kind of nods and shakes his head a little bit. It's costly on the spirit to wield creation effects. It costs a little bit of our mystical energy, i.e., you have to burn quintessence.
Well, we can get that back.
And that's why be careful with any effects around the node, which once again is in the basement. Very nice. We'll tell more about that next time. And Sammy will pay the bill and tell you all tomorrow we'll go over a few offensive and defensive ropes. And perhaps you can talk to, and when Xavier's not busy, he will talk more about the other effects, the dynamic spheres, so to speak.
Sure.
And with that, I'll fade out with a horrible case of indigestion for everybody the next day.
Ooh, lovely.
You could at least buy us some margaritas, bitch.
Yeah, we have margaritas.
I'm not. Wait, how old do you need to be
And-
Hey, man, how old are you? Yeah, well, you may not have margaritas.
I'm 20.
Oh,
And with that,
Well,
he gets a virgin margarita.
and with that, everyone goes out to get margaritas, and the session fades. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching.